Hey, Berlin. Thanks for dropping by. Ooh, that was a bit of a rush. I did not think I was going to get here on time. No idea what kind of speeding fines I got. Hey, Monyoto. Hey, Ryu. Thanks for getting here, guys. Oh, it's filling in quick. Hey, Just Juicy. Nice name.
Just juice.
There you go. How you doing, sir? You doing all right? Let's wait for a few people to get in. Hey, Dewan. Hey, Gruterel. Guy's got such crazy names.
Difficult.
What's that? Can I just say again?
Thank you for my name.
Is it Gruterel?
Yes, exactly, Gruterel.
Oh, Gruterel. Oh, that's much more beautiful. I was totally bastardizing it. I apologize. I was going to say hi, Mr. J. That's me. Hey, Pascalisi. Oh, I'm just going to give up on trying to say people's names. I'm sure everyone's laughing at my horrendous pronunciations. How's everyone enjoying the pump today? I've been watching it all morning. It's been going absolutely crazy. Super psyched in chat. That's what we like to see. Just rushed home. Let me get all logged in so I've got all my information available to me. Try to remember all my passwords. .0118. Very nice. Very nice. We were up above 2 earlier. Up above 0.012. So we've obviously had some paper hands. Who sold? Who are you? Tell me who you are. I want to speak to you. I want to understand your maths, because from the maths I've seen, unless you're planning on outing from this project, which just seems crazy to me, you would have to try and rebuy at 0.0085 to break even, which I don't think any of us believe is going to happen again anytime soon. Well, it's not going to happen again. So unless you're outing yourself from the project, I don't understand it. Log into the charts and see how they're doing. Oh, that's a sexy looking chart. God damn. Oh, don't you like to see a spike like that? No, I do. Hey, Ronald. Hey, Dewan. Thanks for dropping by, guys. If you want to unmute yourselves, if you've got a question or you just want to say hi, or we are all ears. If you guys don't have a microphone or you're too shy to come on chat, feel free to DM me. I can read out your questions. See if I've got any still pending from before. Just 1 second, guys. Have you seen my wallet? What's that? Can you check my car under the seat? Sorry about that, guys. Back. Yeah, we were watching. It was quite funny in the chat. We were, what were we calling them? Squids. We were watching the squids come in and make these purchases. It was insane. There was something like 20 purchases over like half hour. Each one of them was bigger than the last. It was crazy to watch. I don't think I've been in DeFi long time, and I've never seen anything like it. Good to see we're getting some natural buys as well. That's nice to see. Few sales. That's okay. We don't want you paper hands here anyway. Get out. No Lambo tickets for you. Very nice, very nice. Well, if no one's going to chat, I'm going to have to turn the music on. You were warned. Now you guys get to listen to my awful taste in music instead.
MrJ?
Hey, buddy. How you doing?
Hi. I have a question for you.
Sure. How can I help?
Have you some information about dynamic pool and the algorithm behind the dynamic pool? Because actually, I think it's just a manual, and every day or something like that, the team change the allocation point. But
Yeah.
maybe we need some information about it.
Yeah. So what the pools get created, and when they get created, there's an algorithm that's attached to them. You're right that some of those algorithmic settings can be changed manually, but the overall calculation as to what the APR gets shown is based on an algorithm, and it's based on many factors: the number of people in the pool, how long the pool's been running for. And so you can see the settings that are manually set. This big orange times 200,000. That's the one that's manually set. So if the developers want some extra funds being funneled into a specific pool, they will boost up the that multiplier to incentivize people short term to jump into those pools. The interesting one with the dynamic versus the ones that aren't dynamic is that those ones have some quite clever maths that goes on behind the scenes to try and even out the APR long term. Because what we were finding is that as people jumped in and out of pools, it would start off very high, then it would crash down, people would jump out, it would jump back up again, and at the end people were left with an APR that was basically unusable, or people thought that it was unusable because they weren't willing to stake long enough when there was new pools coming out. So the dynamic pools, the plans for them is that they will have a more natural curve to them, and the the average APR over long term should be more stable and better off for the clients. But they are still working on the maths. That's why we're able to bring out new pools every day, and they're quite often different or more exciting or have a better algorithm to them. So we're still working on it. No one's saying that any of them are perfect. We'll still be able to produce new, better ones, hopefully, for you guys. Does that answer your question, or did you have anything else?
Actually, I'm a Solidity developer, and I saw the settings moving or changing every day. But
Yeah.
it's actually, I think most of the half of the pool are in dynamic mode, but some pool never change since the creation. So
Yeah.
just to be sure, maybe I don't know, but maybe one day it's high IPR on specific vault, and the next day will be another day. Actually, we don't know which pool are selected to be the hot pool, so it's hard to keep the thorium in the vault, because we don't know how many time we need to have some benefits.
Yeah.
So it's just like
So
just
yeah.
the mechanism to have the high IPR, or the vision of the team on it.
Yeah. So it sounds like you've got a little bit more technical knowledge than me. So you might be better typing me a quick DM, and just asking the specific technical question, and I'll put it across to the development team, and they might be able to get a more specific technical answer for you. But from my side, what I can talk about is the vision and the goal for it. So when we were talking to the user base, it seemed that a lot of people were very excited early on by pools if they showed very high APR and APY. A lot of people come across from other inflationary tokens where they can set millions of percent because they're staking they're minting millions of tokens every day. There's no that's why they're able to put high APR. Where we're a deflationary token, it wouldn't be possible for us to maintain huge APR long term. But as I was saying, people like the idea of high APR, at least initially, because it gets them excited, and it means that the people that get in early can cover their taxes very, very quickly. So when they were creating these pools, there is very definitely a some positive given to the early part of after they get launched. So there is definitely an incentive to get in early, and then obviously it tapers off then over the longer term. And the hope is that you recover your taxes within a week to 2 weeks, depending on how quickly you get in, and then you get profits then you get APR all the way up until the mining finishes. I haven't seen anybody effectively be able to jump from pool to pool. There's just simply not enough time, and the tax is too high. So my ongoing advice is that if you stake in a pool, plan to recover your tax and your fees early, within a week, 10 days, and then leave them staked there until the mining's finished. And use your harvest to get into whatever the new pool is, whatever the new exciting one is. But that's my personal opinion.
Yes, I understand. And actually, I developed a website to have some statistic on Thorium, for example, the reflection tax. But it just actually it's in alpha, and when I have some good results, I will give the link on the main channel. But it's just to be sure, we can see all the IPR for each vault and pool, and the reflection tax and the volume. So just to be, it's another statistic to understand Thorium.
Yeah, it's really very interesting, and I even if it's only an alpha, you can send it to me directly. I'd be very interested to see it personally. There's a lot of people that are manually keeping a track of their own investments, and just they put an equal amount into a pool and then holding an equal amount in their wallets and seeing which side gets more. I mean, there's the ethical thing of claiming a reflection of tax versus actively mining something, like which is better long term for the project. But at the moment, because so many people think that staking is the only way to make income, a lot of people are just throwing everything into staking, and the guys that are just holding in their wallets and just claiming off the reflections, historically at the moment, are doing better than the people that are staking. The problem is that if everybody moves across to holding in their wallets, then all of a sudden there's a lot more coins sitting in people's wallets. There's a lot more that 4% gets spread around, and all of a sudden that drops off. So then the APR again becomes desirable. So it's a delicate balance, but no, I'd be very interested in seeing it once you think it's at a position where it can be rolled out to the public. That would be cool.
Okay, for sure. But actually, I have some trouble because to calculate the reflection tax, I need to request a lot of information about Pancake and Thorium and Master Chief. So I have some limitation from the node. So I need to optimize my code to be public.
Right. I mean, as I said, so far, everything that I've ever asked from the developers that the users have put forward, they've been super, super fast to implement. So if you can, as I said, the problem with me is that I don't have a lot of technical knowledge. So if you DM me with the pieces that you need, they might actually be able to give you the results that you're asking for without you having to do the build. For example, a chat a couple of days ago, somebody was saying how much thorium is there left to mine. I chucked it in the moderators group, and everyone was saying, "Oh, it's impossible to calculate. It's very difficult to work out," or blah 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 blah. I went to one of the developers, and the next day, if you go to the bottom of the main page now, very clearly, unmined, the number that we still have to mine is now printed there, and it's a live number that's actually attached to the programming, so you can see how much we have left to mine and at the rate at which it's being reduced. So if you tell me the information that you want, they might be happy to just come across with it.
Okay, no problem. So I will work on it, and if I have some result, I will give you the link, and you can test it.
Yeah, even if they don't want me to do anything with, I mean, there is certain limitations to the information they want to give out. They've spent a lot of time on this project. They're not going to want to give everything across, but just on a personal basis, I'd be excited to see it.
Okay, no problem, no problem.
Yeah,
I will give you a link maybe in 1 or 2 days to be sure that the result is good, and you will can test it.
Excellent. Oh no, I look forward to it. You've got you can DM me now so that you don't forget about me. Excellent. Let me just do some shout outs. Hey Thebe, hey Matthias, hey Ultramilk. Ultramilk, great name. I think I've shouted out everybody else, but hey Dewan, and just in case I missed you before, how's everybody doing today? If any of you have microphones, feel free to unmute yourselves, or you can, if your microphones aren't working or you're too shy to talk, feel free to DM me. I'm just going to open my iPad so I don't have you all in one place.
I need to leave, MrJ, but I will keep in touch in a few days.
Yeah, well, we'll miss you. If you're free any time that we're online, just come in and hang out. It's been a pleasure to talk to you, and it's always nice to have good questions. So I appreciate it.
Okay, thank you.
See ya. Thanks. Come on, Matthias. It's your time to shine. Get yourself unmuted. You know the people want to hear from you. If none of you guys want to chat, I'm going to have to turn the music on, and then you're going to have to be subjected to my awful taste of music. You know you don't want that. That's a message coming through. Oh, doesn't have a microphone today. That's sad. No worries, buddy. We'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for listening in. Hey, Ryu. Who is excited about the price today? It's going crazy, huh? Over a penny. I called it. I said, and I was 100% right. It hurts to hear me talk alone. Oh, that's okay. I'm always talking to myself. I'm one of those crazy people that you see on the bus that's just blathering away to themselves. I'm not on a bus right now, so don't worry. Will Don is asking what made Thorium pump. He's put it in the main group, but I'll answer it here. I think about an hour or two ago, we had I don't know what the collective noun for squids is, but maybe a shoal of squids came through, and each one of them bought, I think around a B&B's worth of thorium. It was crazy. We must have had 20 purchases in an hour and a half. It was crazy. And then you look at the chart and you can see the result of it. I mean, the price just went from just over a penny to all the way to 0.0125. It's dropped now down to 0.11 because, well, you've always got paper hands, right, that don't understand. Maybe people that got in pre-sale and they've been waiting for it to hit a certain price point and didn't really appreciate the project, but that's okay. We don't want them here for the long term anyway, so we will flush those guys out, and then we'll just have the real holders, because I'm not selling until we hit $1. Oh, I've got a DM. 1 second. Oh, okay. Let me fire up the music, and we'll have some music playing until some other people join. It's probably a little early still on a Saturday. See if I can find the settings. You guys might lose me for a minute. I apologize. I shall be back in a moment. You guys still hear me? If someone can just raise their hand or DM me or something, just so that I know you guys can still hear me. I hear you. Okay, I'm gonna just play some background music. Tell me if you can hear that as well. Yes, love the music. You love my awful taste in music. I appreciate that. YouTube appears to be struggling. It's never a good sign. Oh dear, what has happened to my YouTube? It is really struggling. Really noisy background from my side. No worries, mate. Thank you for being here. We're a little early, so we'll leave it open for a while and see how many people. If other people log on, we can always stop the music again later. If I can get it moving, that is. It's because I reset my settings. That's what it is. 1 second, I just have to crash out of all my browsers. There we go. You guys hear that? Give me a thumbs up or
Can hear you.
Hey, John, thanks for dropping by. If you've got a question, feel free to unmute yourself, or if you are too shy or your microphone's not working, feel free to DM me directly. Thanks.
I was just curious about the Garuda and Cerberus composition. Like Matthias said, it's in the working.
Oh, that is not what I was looking for. 1 minute. Hey, Alexa. Thanks for dropping by. You guys that are logged in, can you hear music or are you just hearing me? You can DM me if you don't have a microphone. Hey, Matthias. Can you hear music or just me? You can DM me or... Oh, OS is saying that you can only hear me, can't hear the music. I've just been sitting here listening to myself. Oh, no, he's changed his mind. No, you, yes. Matthias is saying can just hear me. Ah, I thought I had this set up. Sorry, guys. Let me see if I can remember how to do it. How about now? From my end, that still looks like it's just me. Should keep trying. Nothing. Thanks. Hey, Alexandra. If you've got any questions, feel free to unmute yourself. Hey, cheers. If you want to ask any questions or you want to say hey, just unmute yourself. Hey, Yvonne. If you want to unmute yourself, you got any questions to ask, or if you want to say hey. If you are shy or your microphone's not working, feel free to DM me and I will shout out your question here. Sorry, guys, I cannot get this music to work today. I don't know what I've done wrong. Very strange. Hey, Reed. Thanks for dropping by. If you've got any questions, feel free to unmute yourself, or if you don't have a microphone, feel free to shout out in the group and I will call out your questions.
Hey, howdy. Thanks for the invite. Just here, seeing what's being talked about. Don't really have much to add. Thanks for all you do.
Hey, VJ. Thanks for dropping by.
Hi.
If you got any questions, buddy, feel free to shout out.
So you mentioned about the code. Is it related to
You know what
exchange?
it is? I bet I don't have the settings right here. There we go. Let's see if that worked. Can you guys hear that?
Yeah.
If someone can DM me or shout out in the group if you can hear some music playing.
Yeah, I can hear.
Hey, thanks, VJ. You can hear the music or you can just hear me? It says, I can hear. But can you hear the music or can you just hear me? Music comes and goes, man.
Do you see spot? Do you feel fire inside me? Do you see sparks that I'm setting free? Does the beat take you over?
Find the perfect song for your video in 5 seconds. Go to artlist.io.
Hey, little PR. Thanks for dropping by. If you've got any questions, feel free to unmute yourself, or if you don't have a microphone or you're too shy, feel free to share the DM and I will call it out.
So you mentioned about the code. Is that related to exchange code?
Did somebody ask a question? Apologize, guys. I'm trying to set my settings up and they're a little weird. I thought I had it set up. If somebody has a microphone, can just come on for 2 seconds just so that I can check that I can hear you guys, it would be appreciated. Hey, Mehmet. How you doing, bud?
Yo.
Ooh, that says
Can you
you're
hear me?
speaking it. I don't hear you. 1 minute. There you go. Now I can hear you. Okay, sorry, guys. Thanks, Matthews. I thought you said your mic was broken.
Yeah, like I'm in on my phone, and now I'm home.
No worries, no worries. Thanks for dropping by. Trying to get the music, but it is not playing hardball. I told you that program. It's messed with every setting on my computer. It seems.
Yeah, I hate it when that happens.
Yeah. try and get it sorted for the next time.
Does none of the other guys here have a microphone?
It's up to everybody. They don't have to. Some people just like to listen in and just see if we're an active community. So it's nice to just have the voice chat open. But I was just checking if I could hear people if they had questions. Lurkers. We like lurkers here. You know some lurkers, do you? In your personal life, or?
Oh, yeah, I have lurkers everywhere, man.
Can't get away from them. Oh wow! Is that we just had a whale alert? $22,000. What is that?
What? How many?
Man, you need to come on voice chat more often. Whenever you come on voice chat, that's when the whales strike. You're like a good luck charm.
Yeah, I guess.
You need to hang around more often. We should pay you to stick around.
It's fine, mate.
I'm just gonna log on and see what it's done to the price. Oh, it's not showing. It's not showing a big increase just yet.
The price I saw.
Were you online when?
All-time high.
Were you online earlier when those squids came through?
Yeah, man. I was like, I woke up and saw the price on the website, and I was like, wow, let's go to the moon.
Yeah. Man, we had like 20 purchases over an hour, each one of them like a whoa, and another one $20,000. What is going on?
The whales are coming,
19,000. You're not allowed to go offline. You're not allowed to go offline. Damn. Oh, I feel sorry for all those people that sold. You made terrible life decisions.
Me too, man. But you know, life can be hard when there are so many feathers around you.
Yeah, true. I'd love to be able to sell, but these damn diamond hands, they stop me.
I feel that.
Oh, those two big purchases aren't showing up on PooCoin yet. I have to go across to one of the others. Maybe Bogged. Is Bogged a little quicker?
I'm not sure, man, but the network in general is a little slow, I guess, right now.
It is. Yeah. But two buys of $20,000. That's gonna shoot the price up.
I think people have started to realize that when it's mined, like done, it's gonna become more and more rare. The thorium.
Yeah, you're 100%. You're 100% right. And it's got such a strong use. What is going on? This can't be real. No, this is forwarded messages. Okay, I just saw 3 different payments come through, but it's not. They're from before. It's okay.
Or is it bot?
Get me scared. Jesus, that was a little scary. I saw 3 different, but it's just somebody forwarding the messages. Whew. That would have been it. That would have been us. That'd have been another 0 gone. Jeez. My heart can't handle all this in one day. Kill that 0, 100%, mate, 100%.
Yeah.
I wonder if that 20,000 was from just now, or if that was also a forward. No, that's definitely showing. I can see the BS scan for it, but it's not showing on. Yeah, I'm looking at it 1 minute ago, 20,000, but when I'm on the chart site, it's not showing up. Huh. The last one's showing from 1 minute and 4 minutes ago. I guess it's just lagging.
What is the timestamp? Or what?
Timestamp. Well, it's 1:57:53. I don't know if it changes for each one of us. But you can go from when those whale alerts come in. You can see the
I see a I see a whale cell earlier today.
Nah, we don't like to see those guys. We want the ones that are that are purchasing. We're not interested in those paper-handed
Yeah,
ways.
I'm looking for it, but I think it's lagging.
Yeah, I think it's lagging too. Yeah, I mean, people are going to sell off. It's natural. But the only thing that makes me worry is if it's people thinking that they're going to be able to sell so that they can buy back in later. Because by the time you do the tax in and the tax out, we need to get down to like 0.0085 before you even break even. There's just no way that we're getting back down to that price. So unless you're exiting from the project, there's just no reason to sell. You can't trade with this coin. There's no way to make profits just buying and selling. It's impossible.
Yeah, but I mean, then you learn a lesson the hard way.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I guess if somebody brought in at 0.003 and it's now, more than a penny and they just want to get out, fair enough, but we're not interested in them. It's fine.
No, but that's how life is. That's you need the dips as well to buy in more.
That's true. Yeah, I get paid hopefully tomorrow, maybe the day after. So I'm hoping I don't like I'm in two different camps. Like obviously if it moons, that's great, but if it could just hold on for 2-3 days, then I can I can refill my bag.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, because no one's going on holiday this summer, right? So I've already told the missus that holiday money's going into Thorium this year, and then we can it'll allow us to retire early.
Yeah, I'm down for that. Early retirement.
Yeah, it would be good. Hey, Joro. How you doing, mate? Anybody else in? Hey, Jackson. We're just shooting the breeze here, so if you guys want to unmute yourselves and ask any questions or just want to say hey, let us know what you're feeling about Thorium. We are here to chat.
I'm doing fine, but probably only listening today.
No worries. Is that I can't? It doesn't show you as coming up on my screen. Oh, is that Joro? No worries, mate. Whoever it was, feel free to just listen in. Hope everybody's enjoying the other thing today that just with the volatility and the buying and selling. My reflections for the ones that I'm holding in my wallet went absolutely nuts. I was just sitting there, and every time somebody bought, it would just jump up like thousands of hundreds of units for sure. I think in total thousands of units. It was crazy.
So what you're saying is that you should hold like just a little in your wallet.
Man, right now there was somebody that was online, I think yesterday or the day before, who was doing the maths, and they're keeping equal amounts in their wallet and equal amounts in a couple of the big pools, and they're saying that the reflections in the wallet is doing better than any of the pools. So, and now whenever I harvest now, my instant reaction is to try and restake it somewhere, but I'm thinking about holding a bigger and bigger bag in my wallet.
Trigger finger.
Yeah, I mean, it slows down the mining as well, which allows more people to get on board before we finish the mining. So I don't actually have a problem with it, to be honest with you.
I'm going to calculate. I'm the calculator.
Yeah, get my calculator out.
Yeah.
Well, there was a guy online earlier today as well, and he's building a third-party site which he reckons will be able to track it based on the information that he's getting from the system. So that will be very cool. He said he was going to DM me a link to it later.
That sounds cool.
One question I got. What's the intention behind the bounty rewards? I mean, with a cycle time of 30 minutes, there's not much that can within 30 minutes. and it's interrupting the cycle nearly by 30 or more minutes because no one is claiming it.
You're talking about the compound for all on the Thunderbolts?
The bounty in the Thunderbolts.
Yeah.
Why was it introduced? I mean, within 30 minutes with this low APR, for example, in fault number 3, there's nearly nothing collecting within 30 minutes, and the process stops to recompound and waits, I don't know how long, at least maybe 30 minutes on top until the process continues.
Yeah, I must admit, I don't actually know. I don't actually know the technical behind it. If you drop me a DM, I will ask one of the developers to give a more in-depth idea of how it works. The information that I've been given is that when you compound for all, that pays the BSC fees to allow all of the members that are in the vault to compound to take their harvest and put it back in as a new deposit. So it is a necessary step that needs to be taken, but I can't remember if like a number of people need to do it before it will do it.
No.
And then, as you said, there's a balance. Sorry, go on.
You don't. When you compound for all, you do it for everyone. So it's like it's a voluntary. I don't know the English word. It's like you don't have to do it. Someone will do it, and it will, for everyone.
Yeah, correct. So it does it for everybody. Yeah, that's what I meant. But you absolutely don't have to do it. It's not something that everybody needs to log on for. But what I was saying is I don't know how many people need to do it before there's enough there for it to actually do the compound. And then there's an amount of bounty that's being held that then gets distributed out amongst the people that have clicked the button for the compound for all. So that's the way that it's distributed. But the actual maths behind it, I don't know exactly.
But it's like a little gamble.
Yeah, I mean when the API was very high, it was everybody was clicking at the moment that it came available. But now that the APIs have dropped off a little bit, it seems like it's up to each person to decide whether it's worth it or not.
Yeah, the whales do it because they don't care. They will just compound it.
Yeah, but in Vault 3, within 30 minutes, you get a bounty worth about $1. And if you consider the gas you have to pay to claim it, it's not worth. And so the whole process is waiting, and it keeps on adding to your rewards, but it doesn't compound for maybe another 30 minutes or even an hour. And that's what I saw.
I mean, it still compounds, like eventually.
Yeah, it doesn't compound, but it adds to your rewards. Compounding is delayed.
But it also, it depends on the finance network.
It still does compound once somebody clicks it. So once the reward is enough for it to be worth clicking, I mean, it's the equivalent of them just having the timer set to an hour or 2 hours. It's still it's still compounding, and it's still doing it at a much better and more efficient rate than you doing it manually, right? The old system was you had to take your harvest, which got hit with tax. Then you had to put it back in and pay a new fee. So it was huge, the expense to the users. So this is still much better.
But is it better than Asgard though?
I was wondering what's the, let me say, sense of the bounty at all. Is it thought as some kind of lottery?
Yeah, that's exactly what this.
It's very yeah, exactly.
Hey, when you boost, does it stay in your MetaMask or does it get deposited?
Sorry, when you deposit in Thunderboost.
It looks like it does deposit. No, I was wondering if I answered my question. I was wondering if like when I use the boost, does it pull out of my MetaMask balance? And it does. I was just I answered my question. Never mind.
No worries. Yeah, once you deposit, it comes out of your MetaMask, and when you unstake it, it will go back in. And if you harvest at any point, that harvested amount, I assume you're in the Safe Earn Thunderboost. So when you harvest, it will take out the Safe Earn and it will drop that into your account through MetaMask as well. Yeah.
Isn't that the only Thunder Boost available right now?
It is, yeah. But correct. We had two older ones there, which don't seem to be active anymore. So that's the only one that's going at the moment. How are you doing on that Thunder Boost? Is it going well for you?
I haven't used it yet. I'm in Vault 3 for my first purchase, and I just purchased like $600, 40 some thousand. And I'm trying to just figure out what I want to do with it, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I mean, we're having a big discussion about it here. It seems that with the volatility that everybody's having today, the reflections that we're getting in just from holding in the wallet seems to be the best place to be holding your funds at the moment. So it's up to each person to do their own research. But if you stake it somewhere, you don't get the reflection.
That's what I was about to ask next. Cool. So basically, I might just keep my 43K in, get my 4% reflections, and chill out. And let my Vault 3 work.
Yeah, because it's not 4% of yours, it's 4% of everybody's that's buying and selling, then gets distributed around those that are holding in their wallet. So I mean the Thunder Boost is good because you still get reflections, but the problem is with only 9 days left and the BS and the fees for getting in, I don't know if you're going to get enough safer now to cover your BSC fees.
What's Safe Earn versus Thorium?
So Safe Earn is a different platform. It's another token.
Oh, Safe Earn and Safe Moon, two different cryptos.
Yeah, so if it's really fun. They're deflationary over there as well. But what they've done is they don't give tokens back in their native token. They give it then in Safe Moon. So yeah, exactly. So we found it really interesting that you could hold Thorium and then get Safe Earn from when you harvest, and then while you're holding Safe Earn, you get reflections in Safe Moon. So we thought it'd be really fun.
I have a question, and it might be controversial, but I just want to know. There's another project out here that's claiming that they started the buyback system, and they're very popular in the community called. You guys probably know who I'm talking about, and I'm just wondering, like, are they lying or are they telling the truth? Is it like, did you guys start it?
Who are they?
No, I think I think buyback and
they're the ones that created the whale, the buyback system.
Yeah,
I mean, there are a lot of.
I don't know if we're. Yeah, I don't think we've ever claimed that we're the first. I think we're the highest buyback and burn, and I think I can't remember if they're inflationary there or deflationary.
They're hyper.
But I don't think inflationary. Yeah, so that's the difference: is that we're deflationary and we get reflections and we have a buyback and burn. I think that was the tagline for the project.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know,
they have a really.
Become valuable.
They have a really cool.
What's that, Matt?
Yeah, go ahead, Matt. Thank you. I don't know if he's gonna go again,
what were you saying?
That project has a really, and I'm wondering if we could get that for Thorium. They have a really cool. It's on Microsoft Power BI. They have a really cool whale watching. I could send you the link. They have a really cool whale watching thing where you can see all the addresses that are whales, and it shows you how much they've sold every other day or every day. I don't know if Thorium would even care to do that, but it brings you get to literally look and see if whales are like selling or holding. Like last night, they got it broke down from 3 different whales: Megalodon, which is the highest. Humpback whale, beluga whales number 3. 3 beluga whales sold last night.
Wow.
Sold for 20%. of the thing. So it's just kind of cool because it brings like, okay, I can see the whales they're holding, or I can see maybe they sold 20% of their portfolio. It's a lot of work though.
Okay.
And you probably
it's probably not actually that much work. I was telling the guys here in the chat that so far everything that I've come to the developers with, they've been super excited to get across to you guys. So I mean, everybody was asking about the
DM'd, so you can see the format.
Thanks. I'll check it out. I know that everybody was asking how much have we got left to burn how much we got left to mine before the mining finishes. And if you go to the homepage now, it's very clear there the amount of mining that's still to be done. So if the user base wants it and it's not too difficult to implement, I mean, it's just a matter of going through. I assume it's just a link to the top accounts that are attached to it. So it should be relatively easy to produce. But I will ask, why not? What do the user base use it for there? I mean, if the whales are holding, does that guys give you some assurance, or do you prefer it when they sell? Or
yeah, it's literally updated every day, and yeah, it'll drop a notification if one's selling or maybe it's accumulating. If you go look at it right now, you'll see like it's a pretty cool breakdown.
Yeah,
it shows
the
you,
guys
like,
know that I'm running for a shot off of a potato, so it's I'll check it when I come off.
I got you.
No, that's really interesting. Yeah.
Once you see it, it'll definitely be
But
like,
no,
okay,
it
that's
was
really cool.
Yeah, no, it sounds cool, but I was just wondering, like, you personally as a user influence your trading apart from just being cool. Does it like if you see whales selling, does that give you like, oh?
Yeah. For me, I definitely look at it frequently because like the chart for them has actually been just going down, even though they're trending and doing really well. And I'm just like watching these whales sell out, but there's still like a lot of whales that haven't touched their wallet at all. That are the top probably 50 wallets haven't touched it. So that's a good thing.
Right.
You know.
I think in Bitcoin, it's all about the whales and what they are doing.
Yeah, for sure. The whales definitely affect Bitcoin. I mean, when you're talking, millions and millions and millions, we're not that worried here about people selling. It doesn't really affect us. The buyback and burn is so effective, and that Thor account now, I mean, I think it hit $1.2 million today in value. It's crazy the amount of stability that's going to be able to provide us. So, and we were just talking about with the tax being as high as it is here. If someone sells out, they better be leaving the platform, because there's just no way that you can sell and then the price drop far enough down to rebuy back in. You can't trade this coin. There's no way to do it. Let me just do some quick shout outs. Hey V76. Hey Jeremy. G Dot we're talking to. Hey Rar. Hey Jackson. Thanks for stopping by, guys. Yeah, I mean, even now, we today we've dropped from like, okay, we went crazy and we got up to 1.25. Now, I'm assuming that you managed to sell right at the very peak. I don't know how you would be able to pick that up, but let's say you managed to sell there, you would now need it for it to drop down to 1.85 for you to get back in and break even. Like, we're not going to get down to that point. And during that, let's say it does get back down to that point and it takes 2 weeks to get that back down to that point. I can't ever see it happening. During that 2 weeks, you're going to lose all your reflections for those 2 weeks, and you're going to lose your chance of Lambo tickets. So anyone that's selling now, they better be leaving the platform, because it's the only reason that I can think to sell. There's no, and when you see a graph that looks like this, that's trending up and up and up all the time, why would you want to get off the platform? You're getting passive income, which is what everybody dreams of, and the price is going up. It's a dream project. It just seems crazy to me. It seems crazy.
My mate did the opposite. He sold out, and I was like, oh shit, I should just have listened to Matthias, and then he bought back in.
Yeah. Oh no, really? Yeah, that's an expensive. That's an expensive mistake. I know a lot of people, when the coin launched, because of all the FUD from Cerberus and Garuda, they dumped out immediately, saw that it wasn't a rug and that it was going to be legitimate, and then bought back in after it went back up. I was like, guys, you're so far in the hole now. Like, okay, leave it with us. We'll still make it work, but it is going to take a long time for you to recover now. I think
But
they're
I mean,
just recovering now, to be honest.
There's so much FUD. If you don't have like diamond balls, then shit, you're gonna sell out.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Who was that we were talking to before? I think we answered his questions. Oh, he's gone. No problem. Yeah.
I'm just seeing we lost a few K group members. How comes?
Bots probably, or feathers.
K in Telegram.
Oh yeah,
But, you know,
Telegram. It gets bot. Telegram are getting better and better at seeing bots, and they flush them out. We don't natively kick anybody. Well, we kick a few, but the ones that are causing FUD. But Telegram's getting much better at working out which are real accounts and which are bots. So it's probably from their side.
I mean, total max number of the group, that doesn't really matter. What matters is who are in the chat and actually is involved in a project, and it's hard to tell the difference.
Okay, I'm now seeing another purchase, $20,000. But before I get too excited, I'm going to go over and check if it actually happened this time, because the last two didn't show up.
They
Is
didn't
this a
come
real
through.
one? What? I don't know what's going on. The bot's saying that there's a purchase of 20,000.
Yeah, we're going up again. I think there's $1.6
Why is it not showing on my chart?
$500.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
You don't see it?
1 second, I'm just refreshing.
Yeah, mate, you're on the wrong site.
Damn it. I don't know how many more sites I can be on. I'm on a lot of sites. Maybe that's the problem. I need to be on fewer sites.
Yeah, you need more RAM, or what you call it. I get
No, you can see it. You can see in the chat. You can see in the chat that there's a purchase of $20,000.
Just the link I sent you. It's up to date.
1 second. Yeah, man, that's PooCoin. That's one of the ones I'm on. But I'm not seeing a $20,000 purchase there. Can you see one?
No, because I guess it didn't come through or whatever.
But you can see in the main chat group, there's a 7. Well, I don't know what time it'll be for you, but like 2 minutes ago, there was a purchase. There's a whale alert by 1.7 million Thorium. Maybe it's lagged. Oh, who's that chatting? Hang on. Hey, Ali, how you doing, buddy?
What the?
That was a great noise. I think he's pretending to be a whale.
You're like, hey, buddy. He's like,
Chewbacca has arrived in chat.
He's just a whale buyer. Hey, but dude, the chart is just so much better than like every other alt DeFi project out there. Like, I'm looking, I just love this chart. I mean, first of all, the obvious spike ups, like I'm looking for a pullback maybe here, but like, because that's what's normal. But like overall, this chart's crazy compared to like the timeline of what everything else was doing when this thing was doing what it was doing. It's definitely kind of cool.
Wow. You're 100% right. I mean, there will definitely be some buyback, that's for sure. But what if you check the chart over a long period, what you find is that we hit these levels of resistance where it just kind of hovers ups and down, and then we shoot up, and then it drops down a little bit, and then hovers. So I reckon we're going to see a new resistance point. One maybe 1.15, maybe somewhere around there. Yeah. And that's fine, because if we continue to go like that and hit like 2 pennies, 2.5 before mining finishes, that'll That'll be it.
Let me
That'll be it done.
more.
I think I have like 75,000 Thorium now. Whale,
Nice.
boys.
Let's go.
You can't say whale. You have to go. Roar. Whale calls.
Where's
Hey James, sorry, you've turned up at a strange time, mate. I apologise for the weirdness in the chat. I started something terrible here.
See what the chat was about today.
The chat is a little strange today. The price has made us loopy.
He clicks in the chat, hears whale noises, immediately exits.
No way! If you hear whales, you gotta stick around, right? That's how it works. How much are you up today, James? You must be absolutely creasing, right?
Yeah, well, I like to say, I mean, I don't really look too much at the price at the moment. I know I woke up this morning and I saw the big green bars. I was like, oh, both Thorium and Baby Cake. I was like, oh, nice. But,
baby.
Yeah, nice.
Not heavily
Well, listen to
invested
this shit.
in
I
Baby
went
Cake.
to buy last night. I went to drop 600 in it. My 17% slippage just wasn't working, and I found out because I was trying to buy 1.85 BNB, and I just needed to change it to like 1.8. I found out this morning. But man, I was salty because it was like before the big green stick. It was at like 0.95 or something like that. I'm like, I even came back to my computer like an hour later, right before I went into my bed and slept. I was like, I'm gonna try this one more time. And I tried it, and it didn't work. I'm like, all right, fuck it, it's not meant to be. And then I wake up this morning and just see a giant green bar. I'm like, no.
Oh.
My girlfriend from the other room's like just responding in whale talk. It's okay.
Well, I made a bunch of YouTube tutorial videos last night for people like how to buy Thorium, this kind of thing, and jump from device to device and just purchase like $20 of this, $20 of that, just to show just to show the whole process. And afterwards, I was like, that's like it's nice for the community that information is out there, but really I did it at the wrong time. Like a penny's a little bit expensive, and each one of them I had to set up a new account so that it looks like it's a fresh account, so that people don't look like I'm playing with the numbers or anything, and people can see the actual amounts. I just logged on to all of them, and every one of them has jumped up 10%. I was like, well, this is great. I don't know what the hell I'm supposed to do with all this, like 20 different accounts with $20 worth of Thorium in each of them, now $22 worth. But
seems
can't
like a
complain.
good
It's in the right
for a
direction.
video. You might want to just drop 100,000 into it, make 10K.
Accidentally. Yeah, just accidentally doing it.
It's kind of scary getting to an all-time high.
Yeah, I don't know. Nah, man, we still got a little way to go. I think 1.4 was our all-time high, so we still got a little way to go. 0.014. I think that was the pre-sale 3, I think. So we still got a little way to go.
Yeah, I think pre-sale.
But there's always going to be a pump.
4.5, somewhere around that mark. I can't remember, if I'm honest. I think was it one BNB?
I know that it started.
Was it 23,000 or 27,000? I can't remember.
I think it was like a penny, and then like one. I thought it was 1.3, and then 1.25, and then 1.5. I don't remember myself, to be honest.
Let's do 1.3.
A month ago in crypto is like. Yeah.
A long time.
A month ago in crypto, I was a young man at that time.
Do you guys have a price target that you could see this averaging out at a good trend? Good trend.
I mean, if you check the AMA with Zeus, the lead developer for it, he has very good maths to show that it'll hit $1, which seems crazy, but when you look over the maths, you're like, how can it not? once we finish mining and we realize, right? I mean, once we can finish mining and there's no more new circulation coming in, and the tax continues at the same rate, and Thorium becomes the store of value for this platform, and you're going to need Thorium to do anything else on the platform with whatever comes up in the future. People are going to want to get their hands on it, and there's not going to be any way to get it except to buy it off the people that have currently got it. So for us, it's super, super exciting.
That is exciting.
I mean, even a
I
dollar.
mean, that's only 100x from today, right?
Yeah, it's nuts. I mean, I was trying to explain it to the missus the other day. I was like showing different like swap sites, you know, like just like Cake and was it Bacon?
Yeah.
And just a few different like DeFi projects, and how like all of them were like literally pennies, and then was it early this year they just all exploded. And I said, you know, all it takes is just a bit of FOMO, you know, and everyone starts going, oh fucking hell, you know, and boom, you could, before you know it, you could see your price exploded to God knows what, you know.
Yeah, I heard that's how it happens. Honestly, like when it does happen, happening happens fast.
You're both 100% right, and there's a few hurdles that we still need to get over. But when you look at the amount that they're spending on advertising, I mean, I'm on PooCoin at the moment, and every banner is Thorium. I mean, you can't get on anything else at the moment. It's the amount that they're shelling out.
All the ads. I'm trying to figure out how to like allow ads on certain sites, but I can't figure it out.
Okay, interesting.
You know what Brave is?
Yeah, I'm on Brave.
It's what is it? Another? You're on Brave.
It's the best
is it
browser
another
you could ever
browser?
use, dude. It's the best browser.
Oh yeah.
It's such an amazing.
Does it
browser,
work well with MetaMask? No problems like that.
I personally think Brave is like the best thing I've ever seen in my life because it comes with a free VPN on top of that. Yeah, so like, you don't know this probably, but in America, we can't go on like things like Roobet and stuff like that. So having like a free VPN is really nice.
Brave is great.
That's cool.
But it also tracks.
Okay, well,
like I don't know what I honestly.
If I get it from all three of you, I'm gonna have to get it.
You should get it honestly because it like right here. If I'm on this website, like say I go to pick a website you frequently go to, like what, Facebook? Maybe.
No, man, I don't.
What's a frequent site you go to? Just pick a site real quick. I'm gonna show you something.
eBay or something. Amazon.
eBay is like a great one, good one, right? So as soon as I click on eBay, oh my god, yeah, I mean it just starts running up. Like immediately on the first page, it says we've blocked 18 cross-site trackers and other creepy things.
Wow,
Like immediately when you log into that page, and if I refresh that page or click somewhere else, like it'll just keep going up. Every single like thing you click on, it'll block like another 5 to 10. Like I just clicked on like a shoe and it blocked 10 cross-site trackers and other creepy things. So that's really cool because you ever look at something, then you go on your Facebook and then you see ads for it. Like that can't happen when you're on Brave.
Yeah,
because they can't track it.
So
They're not
weird.
tracking it. It's blocking your tracker.
Huh. That's interesting.
It's really, really cool.
The only thing for me is that I've got like the only thing with Chrome is that I've got it on all of my devices and my different accounts. So I've got like one for
3 hours
crypto,
of
one that's like my real
not,
one.
Blocking ads.
Chrome is tracking you, man.
True.
Well, actually, Brave makes it easy for you to
you
switch.
talk about, yeah, okay. I'll definitely have a look at it.
And it pays
I was in the
you
middle of
crypto
something.
to use it as well.
Yeah, it pays you on basic attention
No way.
tokens. I swear to God, like you just sitting on the browser. I've earned 2 BAT in the last like 20 days, which is $1.50, but still, literally, you chill on YouTube, you're just earning money the whole time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I will download it. This has been a great advert for Brave.
I know. Like man, he said he would download it.
Yeah.
No, I'm keen. I just got a new PC setting it up at home, so I want it all perfect. Like, I'm not going to install a bunch of crap. So
I
I'll
don't
check
think
it
we'll
out.
be satiated till we hear you clicking the download button right now. We need to hear
I'm on my potato, mate. I'm not touching anything. I'm not touching anything on this thing. Like, you wouldn't believe the heat coming off of this thing. Talking to you guys. I'm gonna play some music through it earlier, and everyone else was like, "I don't know what you're doing, but please stop it." I was like, "Okay, fair."
That's funny.
Yeah. Oh, you were talking about how you're searching for something and then you go on eBay and it starts to show you adverts for it. Strangest thing, it must be something the same, because I chatting with some friends in real life, like talking about coffee, let's say, and all of a sudden my Facebook adverts is full of coffee. I was like, they're actually listening voice, and then they're like changing my voice to data that they're then storing somewhere. This guy is interested in coffee. I was like, that is absurd. There's some violation going on there.
Anything you search, anything you say, like say your microphone on your phone will pick it up and it will be transferred to a data center, and they'll just convert it to the relevant ads for you. That's why they say all this public information is just knowledge is power, isn't it? And all that shit.
Yeah,
that's scary.
How much
scary.
How much information, how much your personal information is worth to a company? You probably don't think it's worth anything, but cumulatively for everyone, it's like millions and millions of dollars, isn't it? It's just nuts how. And there's now people who are trying to say like, we can sell your data and make money on it. We can, like PPI claims and all that. It's like, we'll give you a percentage back of your own information. It's like, well, that's my information.
Wow.
Cheers. I want 100% for my information.
Yeah,
it's nuts.
Because there was early days when Facebook started, there was a competitor that was trying to claim the same thing. They were like, we're selling ads to you. We're going to give you a percentage of it. It was pennies of percentages of pennies, but it just basically became like just girls wearing the skimpiest things possible to try and get 1 billion users so that they could make $10. No one's grands were on there checking out anything, but yeah, I think it died a death, thankfully. It was Instagram before Instagram, I guess.
Ugh.
That sounded like such a disgusted.
I quite a bit when I hear the word influencer. I'm just like, I'm no spring chicken anymore, and just that word influencer, it's just like, oh.
You guys have no idea. Like I'm the same generation, and it grinds so hard. And then doing this job, they've asked me to record these and put it up onto YouTube afterwards. And that 30 seconds at the end where I have to shill myself, it's the the worst thing to do. When you actually have to sound professional, you're like, oh, like, comment, subscribe. You're like, oh, I'm one of them now. One of us. Although I don't think this one's going to be going on YouTube with all the whale noises.
It does make me laugh when you're halfway through a video and he goes, oh, anyways, just don't forget to subscribe. Click the button and just like, oh, for God's sake, just get it away 100%. At the beginning of the video or at the end of the video, not halfway. You're like halfway explaining something.
The end. People that put it at the beginning makes me so furious.
I've definitely never subscribed or liked when someone told me to do it, so it's just such a waste of time. Or I do it when I feel like, all right, I like this YouTuber, I actually want to show them support.
Oh yeah.
It's a tough
these
one.
videos have like a good, like a 30-second, 45-second intro. Like it's just like, oh, for God's sake, why?
Oh.
Or they take 10 minutes explaining something what could be explained in literally a minute. It's just like you're just babbling.
The thing is, though, is that they know the algorithm. They know it backwards and forwards. They know what works and what doesn't work. And for every one of you guys that will only click when you like it, they know that there's 100 teens that will only click if you remind them within the first 4 seconds, because they're only going to be on the video for 10 seconds. So, like, they know their stuff. They know what works.
Yeah. Well, isn't the rule like you need to have a 10-minute video to, monetize it or something?
Yeah, 10 minutes to monetize it. But then what they'll do is they'll bring out short ones which just get people in, and those ones don't make money. Like the number now that basically just put out like music and stuff that's totally copyrighted that they'll never get any funds off, but it gets the subscribers in, and then they'll just chuck up like reaction videos or something that is 10 minutes of just somebody sitting in front of a TV because they know that it will scroll through. If somebody's clicked something and then they've walked away, it'll scroll through to their video and they can make pennies off of it. And it doesn't actually require any talent or anything to just sit there and laugh when a funny bit comes up. Or
So, like I say,
it's crazy.
It's one of them things when obviously I was younger when YouTube was first released and came out. Never expected, do it be what people are making, millionaires out of now. It's crazy.
It's crazy. It is crazy. What's happening online today? Seems to have slowed down a little bit. It was very exciting earlier. I was trying to get work done at work, and I've got Telegram open on one screen. I've got the price charts on the other, and every time one of those little squids would come through and buy like one B&B's worth, and the price would shoot up, everyone just went nuts. But the shoal has moved on. We shall wait for the next show. Is it a shoal of squid? I don't know what the collective plural for squid is.
It's
squids.
Squids. Or is it
the shoal of squids?
Squad.
Yeah, for
a family of squids.
Yeah.
Squorsh.
Let's see.
Skadoosh.
Squid. I bet it's something hilarious. It's a squad. A squad of squid. I love it.
That? I swear I said
100%.
squad. I swear.
Yeah. I think you said squadoosh is what you said.
Well, I said that after I said
Luckily,
squad. I swear I said squad at one point. I swear to God.
We're recording
I'm a
it, so we
genius.
can go back. Well, we'll see. The recording will show. Check YouTube tomorrow. Like, comment, and subscribe.
You can bring it up, and in this video, you will learn the difference between one squid and multiple.
Is that your impression of my accent? It's pretty good. It's pretty spot on. It's pretty good.
Nah, listen, don't take it the wrong way. I suck at accents for the most part. So
yeah, but it's my accent. I should be good at my own accent.
Well, I'm bad at accents, is what I'm saying. Like when I try to imitate an English person, I end up sounding Scottish, and then I end up sounding Chinese all in the same sentence if I keep going.
I think all Americans sound like the Bike when they try and be British. I think that's the standard.
Yeah,
Some of my Xbox mates, when they try doing a British accent, UK accent, or English accent, however you want to refer to it, they always end up sounding Australian. It makes me laugh.
That's funny.
I don't even try to do any accents because almost immediately they all turn Indian and it just sounds super racist. Just going to stick to my own accent, I think, is the trick here.
Oh man, that's actually funny.
What's the one that my missus said? No. The only one that's good is try and say beer can without sounding like a Jamaican asking for bacon. Beer can.
Definitely sounds like bacon.
Beer can.
Can I get a beer can? Let's shoot some beer cans.
See?
That's funny, dude.
You want to say
beer can.
What was yours, James?
You got to say, what is it? Well, oil, beef, and hooked in an Irish accent.
Well, beef, oil. How? Why am I still trying to?
Well, oil, beef, and hooked. I have to think about it, man.
Well, it's too many words.
That's pretty good. Yeah, you're right. That's pretty good. Yeah.
Well, I'll be fucked.
Oh, that was a good one.
That's what we have.
This chat is not stimulating. This chat is not stimulating the price. We need to.
Yeah, because you're gonna lose money every racist.
Hey Jackson, how you doing, mate?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you.
Hey Alucard. Yeah, not too bad, mate. Thanks for dropping by. Oh, there's loads of people. Let me do some quick shout outs. Hey Alucard. Hey, Arrogabi? Probably. Hey Watchdog. Hey John. Poor Kid. Try. Joro. Wow, there's loads of people in today. Gungeon. Thanks for dropping by, guys. Obviously, we're just shooting the breeze here, so if you guys have legitimate questions, about any technical aspects, or I don't have all the answers, but I know the guys that do have them, so feel free to shout out. If your microphones aren't working or you're too shy to come on chat, feel free to DM me and I will shout them out here. Thanks. Was that Jackson on a minute ago? How you doing today, mate? You all right?
I'm still alive. Yourself?
Yeah, good, good. You happy with the price today? You managed to get in before it spiked?
Yeah. We're buying all the time. Whether the price is high or low, we're buying all the time.
I mean, that's been my philosophy. I've been dollar cost averaging in from pre-sale. I got back in at 0.03, and I'll continue. I'm getting paid hopefully tomorrow, but if the latest the day after. I told the missus we're not going anywhere this summer holiday. It's too hot and it's Corona, so we're just gonna the holiday money's going in. Holiday money's going into Thorium.
Yes, every spare bit I have, it goes there. I've argued with some friends of mine about Thorium because they're heavily invested in safety,
Oh yeah, they got.
as I was.
Oh geez, I mean,
the benefits.
there's a reason we call it SafePoint 2.0.
Yeah,
I mean, just ask them what they can do with their SafePoint. What can they do with it? They can't do anything. All they can do is hold. That's it.
Sit and look at it. That's all.
Yeah, and it's. I mean, yeah. I mean, if you were getting something else like as a byproduct for it, or if they had a use case in mind, I mean, I watch all the AMAs and everything, and they're talking wallets and they're talking this and they're talking that, but
yeah.
The problem is the coding is all wrong. They're gonna have to release another token before they can do half of the stuff that they're talking about. They got nowhere to turn the tax off.
Right. Well, I didn't know all that, but thank you. I know now. That's another strong point to my argument.
Yeah. Yeah. Whereas we've got total control over our tax. We can turn it off at a moment's notice, and we can do it. We don't even have to turn it off across the board. If we want to launch a credit card tomorrow, and we can just say this section, this section is going to have the tax turned off, and there's another section where we're going to ramp the tax up. We put it out to the user base if they wanted to have the tax reduced, and they all said no, pump it up. It went from 12 to 14%. So we've got ultimate control over it.
How much is left until the mining ends?
So if you go to the main page now, it's something that you guys have been shouting out that you want access to. So if you go to the main page and scroll down to the bottom where it says Thorium stats, you'll see all of the information there, and you'll see unmined. It's just over 500 million units left, 545. And that's actually a live tracker. So if you watch it for a few minutes, you'll see that number drop. Super, super interesting. Oh, just dropped just then as I was watching it. 544,998 now.
I'm just trying to find
super. It's right down at the bottom of the homepage. It's the last thing before the info, Thorium stats.
Right, yeah, got it.
Yeah, so about 500 million left, and somebody was on who had some very interesting calculations yesterday, but he was saying if we continue at the same rate about 2 months, I know that there's plans to slow the mining down as we get closer to it, so that might extend it by a little bit, but at the moment it looks like around 2 months, which is really interesting, I think.
It's exciting to say.
So you need to get your friends on board before that happens. If they wait until after the mining, then they'll be getting on the train after it's left the station. It doesn't make any sense.
I'm quite happy for them to stay where they are. I know it benefits them, but I don't mind watching them lose out and then laughing.
Yeah, that's funny. You can just you drive by in your new Lambo.
No, I won't be having a Lamborghini, mate. No.
Imagine in the UK, what would it cost to fill a Lambo? It would be horrendous, right?
It's not actually the point. I've just got rid of an M5, and that's faster,
Hello.
heavier,
Oh,
smarter than the Lamborghini.
nice.
The thing with
Nice.
the Lambo is it take me half
Hey,
an hour to
try.
get in and half an hour to get out.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
same where I
parking it.
live. It's all speed bumps, so it'd be a nightmare.
It's a what, bud?
Yeah, for sure. He said it's all speed bumps where he is.
Yeah,
All
same
right,
with me.
yeah, sorry.
The M5
Yeah.
was fine over them, but the Lamborghini,
Yeah,
you're raising it
fine.
and lowering it all the time. So what I actually think
Ugh.
I get when I win the Lambo competition is a Urus.
Oh, yeah. What are you going to get? Sorry, I didn't hear that.
The Lamborghini Urus.
What's that, the 4x4 version?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that'd be good. Oh,
They reckon it drives.
so you'll still be in your
like a
Lambo.
car. Well, it is, I
Yeah.
suppose. It's a jazzed up Q8.
Okay, smart. I like
Yeah,
it.
it's exactly the
I am.
same.
I'm going to look at it now. It looks
chassis.
nice. Yeah, it looks a lot like the Q8. Yeah.
Yeah, it's exactly the same chassis. They put a better engine in it. Probably the same running gear, as far as I'm aware. But yeah, it looks.
Yeah.
I watched one on YouTube last night with a bright lime green
Right.
interior. That's me all over.
Yikes. you got to make people. The trick to looking like you have even more money than you actually have is to make it look like you don't care about it. Like if you see a Ferrari, you're like, wow, Ferrari. If you see a dirty Ferrari, you're like, wow, that guy's got so much money, he doesn't even care that he has a Ferrari. So if you buy something like that with lime green interior, then that's what you're saying. It's like, I didn't even care what's inside it. Like somebody just told me to buy it. Like,
Dear me. I don't know.
that's Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, that one.
Yeah. Oh dear.
Yeah, so how was your M5? I absolutely
terrible.
adored the M5.
It was terrible.
Oh no, really?
That's why I got rid of it. Yeah, the engine
Well,
was
it's just
shocking. I had it for 2
no,
years,
really?
and I drove it for 6 months.
Yeah.
It was always in the garage, always in the garage. So I just
No,
got rid of it in the end.
really?
It was a massive waste of money.
Oh,
Oh no,
really?
So there we are. I would buy another one.
Yeah,
of the
the
drop
nicest.
parts.
Yeah,
But
the nicest
the engine
car
was
I've had so far is I had the Dodge Charger SRT8.
Yes,
Very
yes.
nice.
So, very nice indeed.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, 6.3
my ultimate-
liters, a bit bananas.
I heard you coming from 2 miles away.
Yeah, but it was okay because you had to stop for petrol twice before you'd make it if someone was 2 miles away.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
And I don't mind the petrol guzzlers. I don't mind them as long as they run all right.
Yeah, exactly.
My ultimate car, I think, the one at the top of my list that I'd never be able to get in is a Hennessy. What is it? Hennessy. Yeah. I think it's a Hennessy.
Hennessy. Oh, is that the Dodge Viper
It's
special
similar
one? Is
to
it?
that, yeah. It held the world speed record until Bugatti brought out the super speed.
Oh, Hennessy Venom. Okay.
That's it. Hennessy
7-liter twin turbo. That'll do it. Jeez. Christ, I wouldn't even get in one of those.
And I'd just sit and look at it. I don't think I'd drive it.
It's just a Lotus Elise with a bloody 7-liter engine in it. With the look of it.
A little bit bigger than that. Not higher, longer.
No, true.
Anybody else here?
Yeah, there's loads of people just listening in. It's we've been doing some research on it, and it doesn't seem to matter what chat is chatting about. People just like to see an active community, so I just get on here and get people engaged. But I'll do some quick shout outs while we've got a second. Thanks, Corecoin. Hey, Watchdog, John Chang. Apologies if your name's been ruined. Hey, John Jang. Again, apologies if that's bad pronunciation. I had a French guy on here earlier with an awesome name, and I was like, oh, I'm just going to butcher this, so I apologize in advance. Now I've got to spend all evening making a bunch of Squid Squad memes. It's hard to say.
Mabel, I don't.
Tongue twister.
Come on, come here. Oh, I'm getting harassed.
Hey,
by my
Anderson.
phone.
Fair enough. Someone's got to do it. All you guys that I just shouted out, we're just shooting the breeze here. So if you guys want to, if you got any questions, technical or otherwise, feel free to unmute yourselves. Or if your microphone's not working or you're too shy to chat, feel free to DM me and I will shout them out here. Thanks. I'm getting quite good at that part. I feel like I've got that patter down. Anything over that and it gets a bit cringy. 22 mil the market cap now. When did that jump up? I woke up this morning, it was 18 something. That's, jeez, 22 mil. Yeah, for you guys that are interested in Thunder Boost, we've got a couple of new projects lined up for you guys. So make sure you've got some Thorium available. Some quite big news that you should be very excited to hear from. You'll be able to stake your Thorium and you'll be able to stake it tax-free, fee-free. You'll just have to pay the BSC for the contract, and then you'll get native tokens in a different coin, which would be super exciting. Seems to be one of our most popular products. Oh, you're asking too soon. I'm not allowed to. There's only so much information I can give out, but I promise you, there's a couple of big names we're in negotiations with. So, but they'll be on the Thorium official group as soon as it's available.
Yes.
Yeah, I sent a message to one of the admins in that cake baby thing, whatever it's called, baby cake, yesterday about the partnership. So I don't know where, he said
I actually reached out to them directly after you.
Right.
Yeah, I actually reached out directly afterwards. So I don't think he's got back to me yet. The problem over there is they have a lot of mods and and it sounds like they've got levels there. So when I'm giving the information to one guy, he's passing it, and obviously it's not my decision either at the end of the day. So then they come back. I'm like, at some point, let's just get the two head guys together.
Yeah. I just looked for one what said admin.
But they're busy, I guess. Yeah, fair. Which coins would you guys like to see? Obviously, baby cakes at the top, but have you guys got other ones that you'd be interested in?
I'll be honest, I've not really been looking what's about. I don't even know how I heard about. Oh no, I saw it was a YouTuber I followed, Satoshi Stacker. I saw him.
Let me just take a note. I'm interested in seeing.
He listed it in one of his videos, so I was like, "Oh, I'll check that out," because that's I thought, well, anything what's paying Pancake, anything to do with Pancake Swap. That's what I initially thought. I thought, well, it can't really fail, looking how big Pancake Swap is. But
yeah,
like I asked yesterday, I don't think they're actually affiliated with Pancake Swap. But either way,
not directly. No, all they're doing is. Yeah, all they're doing is selling off their buyback and then swapping it across to Cake. Then as you said, they're not affiliated directly, but that doesn't mean that there's a scam or anything like that. No. Exactly the same thing with SafeEarn. I mean, what's it called? SafeMoon Mark knows of SafeEarn, but they're not. They don't work with them directly. So,
I mean, all I know is I bought in. I don't know, yesterday, and my price has doubled. Overnight, pretty much. Well, in the past 24 hours. So, and I thought, well,
you reckon that? I mean, yeah. Go on.
I don't know what's going to happen with it, because I thought, well, it's ideal because I can just put all the cake straight in an auto compounding vault, either on Pancake Swap or Auto or wherever, and just forget about it and just keep adding to it each, however, whatever time frame.
The problem that I have with any coin like that is if it doesn't have a use case, what point price do you sell at? I mean, it was the same problem with SafeMoon, is that I'm holding and holding and holding, just speculating, and it's just it just becomes this tower of how much hype can they build.
Well, that's it. I mean, they're still
I'm not undermining them. I'm just wondering what your what your personal target is.
Oh, I have no idea. Like I say, I've only put a few $100s into it, nothing major, just to see how it goes. But like I say, the price has doubled overnight, and I was thinking, oh, shall I sell, or shall I, take my profits, or shall I? Well, I might just leave it, because knowing my luck, I'll looking at how they're going at the moment. They're only 2 weeks old. If I sell all my, my tokens, and then I'll get up like in a few days, it might have doubled again. You never know. So I wait and see until till the market settles, and then I decide what I want to do with it. So,
yeah, I was in one like that. It was one of the first ones that was using that. They were selling their reflections, converting it over to another coin, and then handing them out to you. It was called HODL, and they were one of the first ones to give you your reflections back in BNB. And so you held their native token, and when people sold, you got BNB. And while it was very active and the community was active, it was great. And then it just started to die off. And now I just logged into their Telegram page, and it's been overtaken by like scammers and shillers and stuff like that. So there's not even an active mod team there anymore. And I'm like, luckily I got out of it, but it's just difficult to know at what point to get out of something.
That's what I expect to happen. I don't expect it to be like a long term. I expect it to be maybe a few weeks, see how it goes. I can't really comment on it until I see what starts happening with it. If it does start slowing down, we'll see what happens. But I'll probably sell.
Yeah. I mean, if my end goal was to get cake, I would probably just have bought cake and stake. I did have some for a little while. There was back on Cerberus, there was quite a nice pool where you could stake cake and get Cerberus, and the APR was crazy. But now, but the cake that so after that, I took it out and I tried to put it just straight onto Swap, and but the APR is just so low. I mean, what were they offering? Like 6%, 7% annually or something silly? I was like, this is nuts. And it's not even in a deflationary token or anything like that.
Well, all I know is, like, say, I mean, I could just take it's doubled. I could take my original investment out and just leave it, but at the same time,
what's the tax over there? Do you know?
I think it's 7% reflections or something.
Oh, not bad. Yeah, but that might not be the full tax.
Oh no, yeah.
I looked at it yesterday. I remember
7% reflection, 3% to I think buyback.
Yeah, I think it's 10. I think it was 6, 3, and 1 or something like that. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I can't remember. I looked at that one and then safe.
You'll still be up around 2x by the time you're finished.
Yeah. I mean, like I say, I didn't put shitloads of money in, because it's like any project. It could pump, it could dump tomorrow. You never know. So, but I thought it was worth a dabble. See what happens.
Very
with
different.
it.
Hey,
like
sure.
most projects. There's so many out there, and if you just got to play it by ear and see what happens. Do your research and have a look.
Yeah.
I mean,
the only piece of information that I can put out that I found to be 100% that's worked out for me is every pound that I put in goes through I forgot the name now, Alchemex first, because they give you 50% of your stake straight away, and then they slowly pay off the amount that you've borrowed over a period. So you're basically, whatever you want to call it, playing around with borrowed money that's recovering itself over a period. So even if it goes to zero, even the stuff that I get rugged on, I'm like, okay, it'll take 3 years, but it'll recover itself.
All right, what's that called? Alchemex.
Alchemex, yeah. It's over on the ETH network, so the fees are disgusting. But if you're getting if you put your whatever your investment is each month, if you put it in one time, you only pay the 1 fee to deposit it, and they'll give you DAI. So basically, let's say you got $1,000, you put $1,000 in, they give you $500 worth of DAI. You can then play around with that $500, and the money that they're holding of yours, they give you APR, and over a period you'll top that back up, that 500 back up. So again, if you make money, great, you can pay off your debt and take out your other 50% at any time. But what tends to happen is you end up like losing it, and then you're like, okay, well, that's fine, it'll take 2 or 3 years to recover it, but I can just close my account and log back in 2 or 3 years time. So I don't have any problem throwing huge amounts here and there, but because I know that sooner or later I'm going to get it back. Alchemix, very good.
All right, not heard about one. I'll have a look into it.
Yeah, the guy that created it he's like been in DeFi since the beginning, and he's got a great name, and I cannot place it now. It's not a real name, it's his handle.
Yeah.
Mix. Scoopy Trooples.
Scoopy Trooples.
Great, right? Yeah, if you go on YouTube, there's a great video where he says, I bought a $25,000 boat for free. So there's a guy who there's like a storm, and his boat gets sunk, and he's got $50,000. So he chucks the 50,000 into Alchemix. They immediately give him 25 grand as for DAI. He takes it out and is able to buy his boat, and then in 3 years' time, the APY recovers the DAI that he's borrowed. I'm just gonna have to take a phone call, guys. Chat amongst yourselves. Back in a minute.
I need to go anyways.
Sorry about that, guys. Just had to take a personal call. Oh, he disappeared. Well, actually, the timing for that's pretty good. Does anybody have any questions, any comments? Anyone want to shout anything out before we leave it for the evening? Excellent, excellent. Well, if there's no further things that need to be talked about, I'll just finish by saying this will be posted up to YouTube. So those that are listening live and those that come onto YouTube, make sure that you comment, subscribe, share this, get Thorium out there. Let's get everybody talking about it. You can see the kind of pumps that we can get daily here. And you can see that you've heard from a bunch of people here today that have been burnt on other projects and how bullish they are on this one. You can see that the direction that the graph's heading, and there's no other token like this out there. So let's get to shilling. Obviously, the developers can put as much money into advertising as they like, but realistically, a recommendation from one of you guys to a friend or a relative is going to be worth its weight in gold, right? So make sure you get out there and do your part. Oh, did somebody just drop in? I think it might just be Berlin. Well, I'll leave it at that. Thanks very much for logging in and chatting to me. I will be here at the same time tomorrow. Catch you in the next one. Thanks for that.